presuming this. Okay, so I'm worrying a little bit about that. Not terribly much. We want to buy a replacement 232. And how much? Okay, we can put them out there so we don't need to start them all the way in the back. Although we do have this one here. Well, come up, secure that town. Put pressure on him and keep him encircled for now. Well, he's still encircled there, I think. Maybe not. Yeah, good game companies do sometimes get absorbed and lose what was their magic of good niche games for trying to make the most popular game. Well, is this? And this isn't a complaint about this game. Don't take it that way at all. But because I really do love the game. And I've gotten some criticisms of the game, and I agree that with their criticisms, not that it makes it bad, but it just, if it's not what you're looking for. Sometimes you take your core force, and you're playing basically as Army Group Center. And then sometimes we're down here and doing what is, at least initial things, we're talking, what, a division? 2 divisions max here for the very early landing reconnaissance and force with Rommel. And so this is described, if we can look at this here, as 9th Panzers. There's 3s. I mean, I could specify a name and type it in here, but it's not as what this is. And if you're talking strategic, they didn't have tank destroyer units that were strategic. These are definitely, I would say, in a tactical setting, in that you have a Stug unit, and not individual tanks either. So if you want a game that represents individual tanks and maybe individual squads of infantry or platoons of infantry on the map, that would be one thing. But this is neither. These are a tank unit of unspecified size. AA units and all of that, one unspecified size, and so it's very elastic. And so, not that in any way, I'm criticizing this on a realism level. It doesn't have that, but on a fun level, this is really good fun, and it really gets the spirit of the warfare at the time, and it's sort of mixed balancing of different force types. The idea here that I didn't attack this tank unit here is because it would get fire support from this anti-tank unit. So that's why he wasn't attacking. I was attacking the ones out here that wouldn't get this. And so this is really showing the balance of fire. And now if this tank unit attacks, well, theoretically this one, but it's surrounded by friendlies, but it goes after the Stug or the infantry, he's going to get anti-tank support. And I think, yes, we can. And here, yes, we can. Elite reinforce these guys. But they won't get, if the anti-tank unit attacks them, they won't get this because this is an anti-tank unit. But if this anti-tank unit, or particularly if this infantry moves up and attacks, I'm going to butcher this. Sorry, Italians. Begsalagari? Butcher that word. I don't ever really hear it. I just read it. Here, Berg Salagari. Yeah, my Anglo. But attacks this, they will get fire support from the Stugs. So in that way, it is very true to the combined arms nature of the war. Now, it isn't perfect. If you have, say, an artillery unit, well, we moved all the rest, but say if we had this artillery unit that has range, but it's sitting back here, or just back here, and not just immediately adjacent, it won't get the fire support. So is quibbling. So again, this is not meant to be an attack on the game. It's just an acknowledgement of what this game is and what it is not. Yes, the eye candy. This is good eye candy. Big salary, mountain troops, elite. Yes, they're very much the elites for the Italians. Oh, it's still very much the spirit, and that's what I love about this game. That it's the pronunciation, of course. Bersalari. Okay, so we dropped the G. Bersalari. I'm sure I'm butchering that still. Thanks for trying, getting my pronunciation. I wish it was better, but it's one of these things I've read for years, but never really heard pronounced properly. Okay, their air is being suppressed. They are still making some attacks with it, though. I'm actually surprised at how little British air there's up here right now. So they went directly after the artillery with the AT guns, moving up on our armored reconnaissance. Okay, how well can von Thoma continue to push forward? Yes, that will be good. Yeah, he's just going to try to take him out. Good. We'll see what we want to do with that. They'll get recon bonuses. None of these other units are going to be able to attack from this side. And they fell back to higher ground. But we're able to inch our way up around here. And we are now encircled, but we will try to fix that sometime soon. Come back around this way. Now I think we're going to need our artillery to get through some of these over here. And well, we'll still be able to use some up that way, I think. Particularly a clone of zero. Yeah, fairly much it was a clone. Use his full potential. Okay. Are we moving up with you? I don't know. Yeah, that would be a reasonably good move. Okay, now they're going to put a bombardment down on them and then retreat, because they're not going to be much use here. They've retreated back. Good, which means we want to take that unit out. But now this no longer has any protection from you swing out this way, just mostly to get you out of the line of fire. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, that's good. Overrun. Well, we're going to use that to strike this unit. I know you're going to stay right where you're at. No, I was hoping to get that artillery piece this turn, but as we can see, that isn't going to happen this turn. Okay, then go into the mountains and then unload. So they're encircled and they're encircled. We're encircling each other. We're just going to quickly, people hack the game files. Okay, really no. Speaking of sequels, I was just looking over Panzer Corps 1, and I'm pleased to notice at least the sequel is a vast improvement. Yeah, I was playing through a series, I basically ended it, of Panzer Corps 1 now, as we're calling it, knowing that this was coming and sort of leading up to this. And it's a good game. It still is a good game, and it's on sale, and I like promoting sales. So if you want to get it, but this is a significant improvement while keeping all of the spirit of the game, I would say. Yeah, oh, there's a lot more content. Penfold, and the gold, it's a lot of content, and you can, it's definitely a good game, and if you enjoy this, you would probably enjoy that too if you want more content. Nobody said anything to me, but I am absolutely sure they're going to put out DLCs just like they did the last one, and so until they do, if you want to play more of this type of stuff. Yes, as Pixel is right about that. Okay, I think we haven't moved these guys up. Yeah, we'll do that. There, they've attacked there. Okay. Yes, we're flowing around this way to cut all that off. Up there. Ooh, that was punishing. I was expecting more punishing air attacks, but they have not been delivering them. That was a punishing attack on my 88s. That's something, okay. Now, unlike Panzer Corps 1, Panzer General 2, so long as a support unit like this anti-aircraft gun will keep shooting so long as they have ammunition in that turn. So it will protect or engage, shall we say, multiple air threats in one turn, where the original was just a one and done situation. Okay, well. No, this guy's stopping him. Okay, so how do we want to handle this? Well, you're gonna do the old runaway maneuver. I still want to bring in my air power, but I don't have any. Well, can't do the flanking maneuver if these guys are still here, so I'm gonna. I just saw a graphical problem here. Anybody notice what's wrong with that Sten gun? Now, I notice small arms more than maybe the average person. The magazine's on the wrong side. Minor thing, I know. But it is a thing I notice. Okay. Guess we can sort of attack with that, but I want to take these guys down. Man, they are really messing with me this turn. Thank you, very loud horn. Oh, there we go. That's good. That's good. Okay, we still have that. Oh, well, it's going to be a little painful here. Without air power, I don't know of a good way around this. Infantry attacks are going to get... Yes, if we had artillery, we could be pounding that artillery, but we're going to take the cost doing that, suppressing that. Yes, we know that this is a little late in the day here. Take out the anti-tank guns, but next turn we will have a much more viable assault on them. No, it's not holding it upside down. You can't really do that with and get that out. Let's focus in on it. You can see here. No, his trigger is right. It's the magazine's supposed to be the other side. It's only the only one that I know of the period that has the magazine on that side is the MP35 that some of the Germans use it. How they accomplish without their Afrika Korps allies. Well, Italy was very much being defeated until the Afrika Korps comes in. No left-handed models. All soldiers are taught to shoot right-handed, whether they're right-handed or not. Now, I don't know that all soldiers shoot right-handed, at least in the armies and whatnot that I'm aware of. Obviously, there could be some army that does something different, but everyone that I'm aware of are all taught to shoot right-handed, whatever their natural... We're going to pause these forces and upgrade them. Whatever their natural... Yes, come up here, identify. They have a dingo holding out there. That really is very limited defensive ability. And they need, even though they're here, we're going to... And we're going to bring you up to here. You're going to inch your way forward just because I want you a little forward there. Go right next to this unit for future. Yeah, blame the graphics creator. Yes, absolutely. It's the... Well... Now, you do have bolt-action weapons and whatnot that, depending on how your army is, but you got to remember, at the beginning of World War I, and if you ever read it, Infantry Attacks by Erwin Rommel, his book, very good book. Yes, it does make him look very good, but it is a good book. you know, early in that war, they were still sort of lining up somewhat shoulder to shoulder, not like tight Napoleonic formations, but doing volley fires in the early stages of that war. And that's how they were training to operate. So as you're getting a bunch of soldiers doing volley fires, so they would be near each other. Now, as time goes on, obviously they're spreading out, so there isn't quite the ejection point, but still, it is an issue. So they're all taught to fire right-handed. And so the Irma, because it does eject to the other, not the Irma, sorry, the Irma is a different submachine gun, but the MP-34 does eject to the other side. They are something of a although you can be fired right-handed, of course, but they eject sort of across your face, if you will, much more so than other submachine guns for that type of weaponry. And you need to be... Can you come over here? Yes, you can come over here. And we will... Hopefully we can push you back. Well, yeah, it depends... Hey, Cagey Moose. Yes, it depends on where the ejection port quite is. Of course, Gun Jesus in Forgotten Weapons is left-handed, so he deals with whether having to shoot right-handed in some weapons in some demonstrations, or just deal with things, depending on him, and shoot left-handed. Like again, if it's bolt action, you can hold it left-handed and shoot it, and then awkwardly work the action. But I think he was shooting the FG-42 demonstration quite some time ago now. I think he was shooting that right-handed just because of, again, that ejection problem potentially into your face if you don't do that. So yeah, but it's also, we'll also took the point of, is the ejection to the people next to you. If you're ejecting the ammo in such a way that you're firing it, and by the way you're lining up your troops, it would be potentially more ejecting it into somebody's face because of the way you're holding the weapon. Because the way you'd hold the weapon, someone is to your left and it's ejecting rounds onto you, it's ejecting it onto like your back of your head, the back of your shoulder, say, where if it's ejecting to your right and you're holding the weapon that way, it would be ejecting it, the friendly weapon next to you would be ejecting it into your face more so. So yeah, there is well, some guns do have bottom ejection. One of those would be the the Belgian PDW, boy, I blank on all these things. That's 5.7 millimeters. The pistol's the 5.7, but that gun does have bottom port ejection. So, and the magazine is on the top. Boy, I'm blanking on that right now. No, it's not because I'm old. I'm old, yes, but that's not why I'm blanking on it. Okay, so we're doing pretty good for 8 turns in. We still have a couple of more objectives. Okay, well now their air is coming out and really punishing us. Take out the artillery. The tanks are not going to be doing a suicidal assault on the town. And we're going to going to need to, well, want to more reinforce. Now, again, if you don't know, I can move this unit here to attack, but this is a truck-borne unit. If I move it here, I will, for the rest of the scenario at least, permanently remove the trucks from the unit, so it just becomes a walking unit if you choose to go into there. That's just too rough of terrain, or however they're judging it. The dingoes aren't really very good. Combat vehicles. What I'm thinking of doing is just, well, oh no, we don't want to go. We're getting a road jam. Oh boy. Okay, that did it. We were in a traffic jam because I think we, looking at some of this, we'll have to go back and around from an escarpment there. Bring up our anti-air. So there are definitely some problems here we are facing. Okay. By no means insurmountable, but problems nonetheless. You guys come up here, do a reconnaissance attack. They're going to fall back. These guys are going to pursue, so they get reconnaissance, and we're just going to end them here. Let's say I wanted to do that so we get an overrun to come up to here and strike this unit with our tanks. And good, that is not an anti-tank kind of unit there. Overrun, but no, we're not even going to close with them. We're gonna bring up our artillery. These guys will get anti-tank support. These guys are going to get anti-tank support. These guys are going to get reinforced. Oh, that is not a goodly amount of reinforcements. That did not work well. Let's undo that and let's head back over to here. Okay, so be wary of this traffic jam up here, which we're going to have to fight our way through and around. Well, I did that. No, unfortunately, oh, well, no, they can't make it. Yeah, because I'm seeing how that has to go back there, not straight over. Okay, well, we still have a bit of a traffic jam. I mount one of those sketchers on my, oh, as there's no way to tame it. Yeah, some of the HK can really throw, depending on your which HK you're talking about, but because I don't know the MR223, but my HK91 really does throw the brass way out there. So try aiming it with my left hand. It might work with training, but doing it in an emergency situation is still quite, yeah, accuracy's a problem. Be careful of road rage. Yes, I'm not going to succumb, and I'm not going to throw my keyboard or something around the way. It might be entertaining if I had a live camera on, but no, I'm not that type of person. You're going to stay right there next to the Artillery piece. Good. Good, good, good. They still don't have, we still didn't take their air base.